Hey guys, it's been a while since I posted some surfing related stuff, so what I got for you is a product review today. This is the Waal surf grip, imported all the way from Portugal. I paid a small fortune for this. This was 200 Canadian dollars after importing, shipping. I got the 90-piece set. This surf grip is supposed to work as well as surf wax. Now, give you a little background, a little history. I'm not a big fan of surf wax. I love the grip that it gives. Gives you that really, dialed in when you got your feet on it and you're pulling a nice bottom turn or something. It's got great grip. The only problem is wax melts and it's just annoying. It's sticky and you gotta remove it and anyways, it just makes a mess. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm a very big fan of the grip that it gives me, but I don't like the mess that it makes sometimes. I've had it melt in my car, in my board bag. So I think this board that I made last year is gonna be the recipient of some of these, and I'm gonna give it a try. Try it out over the next little while and see what I think of this stuff, especially in cold water. Over the years, I've tried a few different types of surf alternatives. I've used spray stuff that you use to spray on stairs so to make it not slippery. That's what's on this board right here. Works well. It's not super grippy. It certainly improves your surfing because you don't have a lot of grip, so you kind of have to compensate a little bit. It's not as good as wax. I've tried some different deck anti-slip products. Works really well, but it tears you up if you're not wearing a wetsuit, which generally I am because I surf in cold water. It's abrasive to the wetsuit, so that's not so good either. So I thought I'd give this a try. However, I also have another alternative too that I purchased, and I will review for you, but in a separate video. I have this stuff here, and this stuff ships from the States, from America, and this is VersaTraction. I think this company uses their material for all kinds of different things for anti-slip. I haven't opened this yet, so I don't know what the grip is like yet. I'm going to apply this to one of my other surfboards, so I'll come back and I'll do maybe a comparison of them. I'm kind of curious as well. This one didn't cost nearly as much as the Waal. Now, the Waal, they're little hexagon squares. They're hexagons. They're very slippery right now because they're not wet, and apparently from the reading I've done is that they're supposed to get grippy when they get wet. I'm kind of excited about this because if this works, that'll be so great because this stuff doesn't seem like it'll really tear you up too much, so that's a big bonus. And this won't melt in my car. Okay, so what we're gonna do is going to strip the wax off this board and apply this stuff. First thing to do is strip the wax and wipe your board down with acetone or rubbing alcohol. Also, using a hairdryer to warm the wax helps to remove it as well. So this looks like the thing to use to help with the gap placement, kind of like if you're doing like tiling a floor. The second thing to do is to place the hexagons on the board. It's easier to do it if your board has a visible stringer for reference. I just kind of eyeballed it since mine doesn't have a stringer. Applying the grip was simple. All you gotta do is just peel and stick. Alright, I got the first two on. I'll continue on. It's gonna be pretty boring, so I think I will just time-lapse the rest of this. So what I'm going to do is just wet this portion here and just kind of test out to see what the grip is like compared to the dry section back here. So once it gets wet, it seems it gets a nice amount of grip. Back here, it's kind of slippery. But up here, yeah, that's got a serious amount of grip. That's awesome. Just me pushing on it. Once it's wet, it gets a nice amount of grip. Okay, can't wait to get this out and try it. But yeah, that's nice grip. Windy. Anyways, we're gonna give this Van der Waal surf grip a try. The surf is pretty small, but yeah, we'll give it a try. It's cold, 7 degrees Celsius. In Fahrenheit, that's like, I don't know, 45 or so for my American friends. Okay, so I got to test this out in knee to waist high surf in really high winds. Mostly the closeout waves, but hey, you gotta work with what Mother Nature gives you. Seems pretty stable. Not bad. Impressed so far. The grip performed awesome while standing. I never felt like I lost grip once. Paddling and sitting were not an issue as well. Alrighty, another windy day. Surface looks okay. Here's how we usually it out in this nice chilly weather. But I might be able to get a little more practice, a little more riding in. I've had a chance to test out this surf grip now in real world conditions. So I really put this through its paces in at least being able to paddle on it out in some choppy, really windy weather. And I have to say, I am super impressed with this. This far met my expectations. I didn't think it was going to work as well as it did, but I would say the grip, I don't want to say it's as good as wax. I would say it's near as good. It's better than anything else I've tried. I've tried different types of grip for like for treads or stair treads and stuff like that as well, which works really well, but it has a tendency to tear you up. This stuff, this Van der Waal grip, it doesn't seem to tear you up. However, when it's dry, it's a little grippy, but it's not that grippy. My hand slides over it. But when it's wet, whatever this stuff is made out of, because it actually seems like the stuff that you would find, you know, that you put on the bottom of a bathtub, is actually really grippy. It really holds you to the board. I'm really impressed. It holds me to the board in my winter wetsuit, neoprene gloves on it, neoprene booties, no problems whatsoever. With my bare hands that I've tested by wetting this just at home here, it works really well. So I don't see any reason why it won't work in warmer water without a neoprene suit, because neoprene does have the rubber does give you a little bit of grip depending on the composition of the rubber. So it works for my bare hands, works on my gloves, for booties. It's really good. So what are my next steps with this stuff, and how did it hold up? Well, so far looks perfect. So that's great, A+. So I purchased this surf grip a while ago and I had it applied, but I just never had a chance to get out to test it until recently. So I want just to get this video out just as the initial video, and I'm going to do a follow-up, as I said, later or at the end of the season. However, I reached out to Waal Surf after I purchased this surf grip. I purchased version 1, but subsequently, just a couple days later, they released version 2.0, or they announced version 2.0. Had I known that they were going to announce version 2.0, or they were going to sell version 2.0, which was even supposed to be grippier, I would have waited and purchased it. So I reached out to them, and they were nice enough to ship me another set of the new and improved version. So this just came in the mail actually about 2 days ago, and I haven't even opened it. I'll open it here in a second. So that was awesome. So shout out to Waal. I think Martin is the guy's name that shipped me a new package so that I could try out, which I'm going to. Now I have enough of version 1 to actually do this board too, but I'm going to do this board over here, my retro single fin that I actually have a video series on how to build. I'm going to do it with version 2.0 and see how this stuff holds up. And I'm just going to use these two boards over the season and then report back to you guys to tell you what I think of this. And also, I still have the VersaTraction, as I mentioned before, to test out. I'm going to put that on my fun board, on my long board in the back here. All right, let's open this up. All the way from Lisbon, Portugal. I think it's Lisbon. Yep. All right, the packaging looks the same as before. This is version 1.0. This is version 2.0. So let's see what we got in here. They shipped me the 90-piece set, which is awesome. So it's got the same just set of instructions. Little mounting triangle tab thingy for the hexagons for mounting. Ooh, wow. Immediately I can tell that this is already grippier than this. That's really cool. Just gonna go back to version 1. All right, here's version 1. This is version 2. I don't know, the light might be blowing this out. But immediately I can tell that version 2.0 is grippier right out of the box. I was impressed with version 1. I can't wait to try version 2. This is actually grippier, and it's even softer and a little bit more pliable and malleable. Whereas this is just a little bit stiffer. It's hard to show you on the camera, but it's even slightly thicker as well. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Maybe I'll insert some B-roll here, but it's a little thicker too. So it's a little softer, a little more pliable. Okay, I'm pleasantly surprised. So thank you so much to Waal for shipping me a complimentary package to see what I think of it after purchasing 1.0. So I did purchase 1.0. I'm not sponsored. They didn't pay me to do this review or anything like that. You guys know that I like surfing, so totally this is just stuff that I'm into. But yeah, okay. I'm excited to try this stuff out. I'm going to strip this board, and then I'm going to apply version 2.0 on that and see how it works and report back to you guys. So that's the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'm gonna have more videos coming soon, all kinds of different stuff. But right now, because the weather's getting a little warmer, I'm gonna concentrate a little bit more on my surfing, kind of get out there and enjoy the weather, hopefully, and see how this stuff. I'm stoked to give this a try, this version 2. As you saw, I opened it right on camera, so I didn't know that it would be like this, and already I think it's way better. So, okay, we'll see what happens. Until the next video, bye for now.